Hi, my name's Gabe Edgar. I'm going to be your lab instructor. The labs are classes that you take in addition to your regular AECI classes. They're not part of the classes, but the grades that you receive in your lab classes will count as 10% of your regular grades. The purpose of this video is to show you how to do your labs. Let's get started. The very first thing to do is to go to eCampus, which you can do by typing in ecampus.dccccd.edu, and then you can click on Access Courses. The other thing you could do would be to go to richlandcollege.edu. This is the college site, and you can click here on eCampus. Either way would work. Once you're here, you'll need to log in. If you've never logged in before, your username is the letter E and then your student ID number. This can be found on your student ID or on the registration receipt that you got when you registered for class. The first time you log in, your username and your password will be the same, so you can just copy and paste that in there and then click login. The first thing it'll do is have you choose a new password so that you have your own password. I'm going to log in with my account, and on the home page here you'll see you have several different boxes, things like my announcements, my organizations, my tasks, announcements for all of DCCD. If it doesn't look exactly like this, these boxes can be moved around. So your My Courses box, which you need, might be down here at the bottom, and when you log in you won't see it, but you can come down here and find it and move it to the top. My Courses has the list of the courses that you're enrolled in. You should have a total of 5. You should have one for listening and speaking, one for grammar, one for writing, one for reading, and then the labs. Here it says level 3 labs and level 4 labs. I'm the instructor for both the level 3 and the level 4 labs. I'm going to go into level 3 labs right now. And this is what the level 3 labs look like. Let me turn on student mode so you can see exactly what you will see. It looks a little bit different. The very first page that comes up is announcements, and you can read this announcement here. This has instructions for what you need to do if you need to email me, and especially it has my email address. Below it has your required textbooks, so that's easy to find. This is for level 3. This one is just for level 3. Writing clearly will also be used in level 4. And this is Academic Word Power 2. This is used for level 3. And this is Academic Word Power 3. This is used for level 4. So for level 4 you need this book and this book. For level 3 you need this book and you need this book. But when you're done with level 3, don't sell this book because you use it for level 4. At the bottom it says, it's easy to check how you're doing in this lab course. Just click on My Lab Grades. If you look over here, these are your lab grades. There's also a link to email me. Has my email right there. And then if you need eCampus help, if you click on this, it will take you to the help screen for students. Up here at the top is the announcements. The first thing you do when you log in will be to click on Read First, Course Information. This is all the important things you need to know about the labs. It has the required textbooks, again, Academic Word Power 2, that's just for level 3. Academic Word Power 3 is just for level 4. And for both levels you need a copy of Writing Clearly and Editing Guide. This is a self-paced lab class designed to supplement your reading, writing, and grammar instruction. So that's what we're going to work on in the labs, is reading, writing, and grammar. You don't ever come to a lab. It's all done online. So you can do it whenever you like. during the week. You can work in the mornings, you can work in the afternoons, you can work at night. You never have to come to lab. It's all done online. It says here the due dates button on eCampus contains the list of 6 assignments for each subject. That means you have 6 assignments for writing, 6 assignments for grammar, and 6 assignments for reading. For levels 3 and 4, your reading assignments are found in the Academic Word Power. So for reading, you're going to be using Academic Word Power book. The writing and grammar assignments are found on eCampus and also in the book Writing Clearly. I'm going to show you how to do each one. Some are done in the Writing Clearly book for writing and grammar. Some are done on eCampus. As you complete each assignment, you'll go to a computer, log on to eCampus, and take a quiz for the lesson you've completed. For each week, you're going to have 3 assignments, one for reading, one for writing, one for grammar. They're all due on Wednesday by midnight. If you've been doing labs before, this may be a change. You might be used to having a different due date for reading, a different due date for writing, and one for grammar. Now they're all due on Wednesday. But there is a 2-day grace period for students who have computer problems. That means if you try your quiz on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday before Wednesday and you have problems, then you will have 2 more days after I fix your problem that you can try it again. But if you wait until after Wednesday and have a problem, you will not be able to get help. If you don't do the quiz by the due date, you will receive a 0 on that quiz. The attendance policy, it says because this is an independent study and self-paced lab course, self-paced means that you do it whenever you want. You'll be required to spend as long as is necessary to complete the assignments. Some people might take 30 minutes, some people might take 2 hours. I would estimate that most students will need between 1 to 2 hours per assignment, and you have 3 assignments each week, so you should expect to spend between 3 and 6 hours each week. This time is in addition to the time you spend attending AECI classes and doing that homework. Finally, the grading calculation. There are a total of 6 quizzes in each lab. The quizzes will be averaged together to arrive at your final grade for each lab. So you have 6 quizzes for reading, 6 quizzes for writing, and 6 quizzes for grammar. Let's take a look at what those are. Up here where it says due dates, I'm going to click on this. And this is level 3, but it's the exact same in level 4. When you click on due dates, it shows you when each thing is due. The first section is due here. And of course this is in 2014, but you might be looking at this in another semester. It'll have the due date. It'll have what you do for reading, what you do for writing, what you do for grammar. So for reading, you're going to open Academic Word Power 2, look at Unit 1, pages 2 through 14. You do exercises, and then you check your answers and take the computer quiz. For writing, you're going to be studying subject-verb agreement. You read and study Unit 10 in Writing Clearly, and then you take the computer quiz. For grammar, you're going to be looking at verb tense review. So you read and study Unit 1 in Writing Clearly, and then take the computer quiz. For Academic Word Power, for the reading, it says check your answers. That can be done over here under Answer Keys. So you would look in the book, you would come to Answer Keys, you look at Academic Word Power Volume 2 Answer Key. You can find the unit number that you need, has all the answers for every chapter. And then when you're ready, you can click on Quizzes. Here's the Level 3 reading quizzes, writing quizzes, and grammar quizzes. I'm going to click on Reading Quizzes. You can see here there are 2 quizzes, Unit 1 and Unit 2. This one is going to be due on the date that it says here. Unit 2 will be due the following week, both on Wednesdays. Always due on Wednesday. Let's go in and actually try the quiz. I'm going to go to Level 3 Reading Quizzes. Academic Word Power Unit Test 1. It says you may only take the quiz one time. So please make sure you study the assignment before you open the quiz. It's very important. Don't try to do the quiz until you think you're ready. That means you need to study it first and then take the quiz. You only get to try it one time. You click on here. You still haven't started. It gives you the instructions for reading quizzes. It will tell you the words that you're studying and that you'll be using for the quiz. These are the same words that are in the book. There will be fill-in-the-blank questions where you type in the right answer. There will be true or false questions where you choose true or false, and there will be multiple choice. Each test has a time limit of 1 hour and 30 minutes. If at 90 minutes, it will automatically submit. If you have to leave for whatever reason, you can turn off your computer, or if your computer shuts down, you can restart it, but the timer keeps going. So if you started at 1 o'clock, at 2:30, it will be done, even if you're not in the test during that time. So once you start it, that's it. You have 90 minutes. All right, let's begin it. So I'm going to click Begin. Now we've actually begun the test. It has the answers up here for the fill-in-the-blank questions. Sometimes when you're using Google Chrome, this little box gets in the way. What I found works is if you change the zoom, sometimes it moves it out of the way for you. So here's the question. In the exhibition last week, Zoe danced very... I can look right here and just choose the right answer. Energy, energetic, energetically, energy. Well, this is going to be modifying dance, so it's going to be the adverb form. So I'm going to click that one. I'm going to click Save Answer. And then down here, this arrow takes me to the next question. Now, this is very important. When I click Next Question, you see I can't go back. Once you click go to the next question, you can't go back. So you need to answer each question one at a time, and you can't go back. Make sure you're happy with your answer before you go on. David's blank in life is to be a successful businessman. So he's going to get his master's degree in international business. So I look up here and I think, David's altar in life? No. David's annual life? No. David's job in life? Maybe. Here's one, goal. So I'm going to use goal. Save answer. Click to the next one. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop taking the test. Come back to due dates. Yes, I want to leave this page. And once I've done the Unit 1 for reading, I can start working on writing or grammar. Or I could start with grammar and then do writing and then do reading. It's up to you how you want to work. You'll see there are 6 sections. Each one is due on Wednesday of each week. The first one is due on the Wednesday basically of week 2 of your class. So the last one will be due on Wednesday of week 7. It's very important that you keep working on these and don't get far behind, because if you miss the due date, you will not be allowed to do it again. When you go to quizzes, though, you might notice that there are in fact 2 quizzes you can see, and you will be able to work 1 week in advance. So right now, at the beginning of class, you can work on weeks 1 and 2. Week 3 will become available when week 1 is done. Week 4 will be available when week 2 is done. So you'll always have 2 weeks you can work on, if you want to work it in advance. If you don't want to work in advance, that's fine. All of the readings take place in Academic WordPower 2. For writing and grammar, sometimes you're using the Writing Clearly book. Sometimes it says, log into eCampus, read and study the online assignment, take the computer quiz. So what you need to look at is, okay, I'm looking for paired conjunctions, It's grammar. It's number 2. And I'm going to come over here to online assignments. I'll make this a little bit bigger. Online assignments. And these are things that are not part of Writing Clearly or Academic Word Power. They're extra based on the internet. So here's my grammar assignment number 2, paired conjunctions. It says click on the above link to access your reading about paired or correlative conjunctions. After you finish reading and studying everything on the page, click on quizzes to take your grammar quiz. So instead of working in Writing Clearly, you're going to be working in this sheet. And you can just download that. For writing, the only thing that you're not doing in Writing Clearly is number 3. For grammar, number 2, number 3, number 5, and number 6 are all on eCampus under online assignments instead of in Writing Clearly. You can look at it here. You could also download this file and open it in Microsoft Word. And once you have that, you could print it out, put it next to your workstation or wherever you study in your apartment or at your home. There's also a button called Extra Practice. Right now we just have Extra Practice for reading. This is totally optional. You don't have to do it. It's just extra practice. So we have the due dates, we have the online assignments, we have the extra practice, quizzes, answer keys, my lab grades, how to email me if you need help, and eCampus help. I suggest that you write down my email address. In case eCampus doesn't work, you'll still be able to email me and try to get some help that way. If you have questions, you can email me. Make sure you look at the due dates and that you know when each thing is due. This means that each of these is due on this date. Each of number 1 are due on this date. And of course the date will be different depending on when you take it. One more thing. Under quizzes, when you go into the quizzes, after you've taken it, starting on Saturday after it's due, so it's due on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday are the grace days, and then on Saturday, the answers will be available, so if you click on it again, it will take you in and show you what you answered, what the correct answer was, and what your score is for each one. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and again, if you need help understanding how to do the labs, email me and we can set up an appointment, or I can answer questions over email. Thanks for listening.